It was on Monday morning when Namibians, together with the rest of the world, woke up to The Disciples, an investigative BBC documentary. Over 5 women share their personal experiences of their time at the Synagogue Church of All Nations. They accuse the late Nigerian T.B. Joshua of horrific crimes, including forced abortions and rape. Jessica Keimu is a Namibian personality. In the documentary, she revealed the personal circumstances that led to her seeking salvation at Joshua's mega church at the young age of 17.
As a teenager, I was suicidal. There was so much controversy in my family, family problems, and because I have a church background, my grandfather was a pastor, so the automatic go-to place would be a church. And my parents stumbled upon Emmanuel TV, their television station, and that is how we ended up in Nigeria. So when we got to Nigeria, how I became a disciple of the Synagogue Church of All Nations was that the prophet T.B. Joshua, right, he called me and told me God wants to use me and that he sees a star on my head and that I'm destined for greatness. And he said that the instruction from God is that I should go back and become a disciple, which means I have to go under the mentorship, under his mentorship. That is how I ended up becoming a disciple.
The 3-part documentary reveals the clandestine lifestyle of the deceased. The alleged sexual crimes spanned over 2 decades. On the minds of many is why the victims opted to stay.
He indoctrinated us to think that it is part of the secrets that were hidden in the Bible to be abused that way, and that it is okay because the relationship that we all had as disciples with him, or I can say myself in particular with him, was that of a master and a servant type of a relationship, even though he always wanted to portray a father and daughter type of relationship, just so that you are unable to pick up if there's anything wrong, because he would always ask you, even if he had ill-treated you, would I hurt you? I am your father, isn't it? And when you are confessing this, that he is your father, you are unable to differentiate whether it is right or wrong. You start feeling like, it is normal.
Jessica Keimu says that her ordeal lasted for more than 5 years. She claims that Joshua first sexually assaulted her when she was 17 years old.
T.B. Joshua raped me and a lot of women in the Synagogue Church of All Nations. The forced abortions, I went through them several times. So many times you can't keep count. 5 times, I could say, from all the ordeals from the days that I've been recollecting from my experience. These were done by T.B. Joshua himself.
When conducted by other media houses, the church always maintained that accusations against T.B. Joshua are coming a long way and they remain allegations. The NBC attempted to get comments from the church, but calls made to several numbers went unanswered. T.B. Joshua was celebrated as one of the most influential preachers in African history upon his passing in June 2021. Emal Sebeb, NBC News, Windhoek.